we're going to jump right in to this bonus video of conservative leader Pierre Poilievre and my feedback on his video. Doing this on my YouTube channel so that you can share it to anyone. It's on my Facebook page. I have Instagram, but we know not everybody's on all those platforms. However, YouTube is shareable and everybody can get a hold of it. All right? I'm gonna cry. I like how Pierre said this at the end. But listen to the reporter that's still asking. The video ends right at the tail end, so you might not hear it. But if you listen closely, you'll hear her say, even if she's not even if she's qualified. So this reporter is still trying to paint the picture that, so even if she's qualified, you don't like her. That's not the point. He made a very strong point. You're going to tell me, with all the Canadians we have, you can't find, the Liberal Party can't find people that are not family friends? Like that's, to me, that's more of an indictment that the Liberal Party is telling you Canadians, we don't have qualified people. So I got to dip into my family and friends reservoir. I got to dip into there to get qualified people. It's no different than the government, provincially here in Ontario and federally, telling us that we don't have enough qualified Canadians or Ontarians, that we have to go and immigrate and bring over people that's not qualified. And when they get here, we'll fast track them because we don't have qualified people here. That's an indictment. I said that during their election. So this is not just me saying it now. I said this before. It's a slap in the face when I'm hearing them say that we have a short job pool. We don't have educated Canadians to fill the job. So we got to immigrate and bring people over. First of all, rehire all the qualified Ontarians, provincially and federally, that you fired because of their vaccination status. For now, you now know that it did not and it does not protect, it does not stop, it doesn't flatten any curve. We know this now. Anybody that's still pounding that drum, you're tone deaf. You want to hold on to a narrative because you do not want to admit that you were wrong. That's your cup of tea to sip. This is the reality. We know this now. So rehire all those qualified Ontarians and Canadians across board that were fired. Then go to all the schools that are producing qualified students for these roles. Don't tell me we don't have qualified people here. So what Pierre says about the Liberal government specific to this is also a testament for all of this narratives of saying we don't have qualified Canadians or Ontarians, so we need to bring in and bring in and bring in. No, we have. You just choose a narrative that suits what you want to do. Don't tell me that you have to do it. Now listen to this.
What do you think about that? The fact that the sister-in-law of Mr. LeBlanc has been chosen as the interim ethics commissioner?
Well, Mr. LeBlanc, of course, was found guilty, just like his boss, Justin Trudeau, of violating the ethics law. And his solution to make sure he's not found guilty again is to name his sister-in-law. Maybe they could talk about Liberal ethics violations around the Christmas table while they're eating turkey dinner as family members. This is the Liberal Party has become the family and friends party, where they name friends, family members to protect them from accountability for their corruption. And if you don't laugh about it, you'll cry.
Does this seem to be a pattern of behavior for the Liberal Party in terms of, you mentioned family and friends selection? You had concerns about Mr. Johnston as well?
Well, they named a Liberal staffer to oversee the Emergencies Act Commission. They named the Prime Minister's ski buddy, neighbor from the cottage and member of the Trudeau Foundation, to look into the foreign interference. And now they name a cabinet minister who's been found guilty of breaking the ethics law. They named his sister-in-law to oversee ethics investigations. It sounds, what I'm worried about is that Liberals are going to run out of friends and family to name to these top positions. Thanks very much.
Is there another name that you would put forward?
Oh, there's plenty. We got almost 40 million people in Canada. Are you telling me we can't find a single one that's not either a ski buddy of the Prime Minister or a sister-in-law of one of his ministers? Give me a break. There are plenty of brilliant Canadians out there. We don't need to name Liberal family members.
You would agree she's qualified. What do you think about that?
Right.
The fact that the sister-in-law...
Even if
Mr.
even if she's qualified, she still, come on now. She still put that at the end. Even if she's qualified, you're tone deaf. You're obviously tone deaf. That's it's a conflict. You can't. There's many professions you can't have family and friends. You have served it, for crying out loud. The Lotterio. There's certain lotteries you can't even claim if you have a family member working. For crying out loud, convenience store owners, they can't have family members that's claiming lottery prizes. For crying out loud, CHFI, you have radio stations that when they do their sweepstakes or their games or their lottery or their jackpots, their whatever, radio station tell you can't even participate in their games if your family works for the studio. Come on, people, stop the BS. Even if she's qualified, that's not the point. The point is not her qualification. The point is that she's a family friend, family, sister-in-law of. Like, that's the point. And I hate, this is what pisses me off with these reporters. It's like, you're not reporting anymore. You're really not. Because you know your question's bullshit. You know it. Like, you know it. So stop it. And this is what keeps eroding the credibility of you journalists. This is now for you journalists. This is what robs us of giving you any credibility. When you ask questions like that, you really look dumb. That's number one. And if you don't look dumb, you look very corrupted. Because either one of those, you're either dumb, like you don't know that that's wrong, you're actually asking that, or you know it and you're still asking it because you're trying to push a narrative. So if you want people to start trusting in media, stop looking corrupted or looking dumb. Because bare bones, you can't be a part of a radio station, a family of a convenience store owner. There's very simple things that municipally and even on a business level, you can't be a family member of. And you're going to tell me that on the highest level of governance, you don't see a problem with that? Yeah, journalism, like, if you don't laugh at this, you're going to cry.